the most of all other explanations because, smart people things. But there are a few key differences between the Emela Ntouka and a rhinoceros. Most people believe the Emela Ntouka's horn isn't made of keratin like the rhino's, but more than likely bone, which I believe then makes it a horn, right? I don't know. I feel like I have to take some sort of college class to figure out this whole horn beak what? You know what I'm talking about, the horn, tusk, spike, murder thingy. You know, that thing. Yeah, anyway, another difference is that if you have ever seen your friendly neighborhood rhino at the zoo, it's got this, dainty, adorable little tail that kind of whips and wags and gets the bugs away. It's really kind of cute, right? The Emela Ntouka has a big, mean, heavy tail that isn't really cute and looks like it would probably hurt you a lot if it were to hit you. But again, we're not really ever going to know anything until someone either finds a dead one, kills one, which I'd ask you not to be a Richard and do, or, of course, just observes one in the wild. There have been hundreds of new species found throughout the decades in the Congo, so perhaps the Emela Ntouka will be another one that we encounter. In 2004, a French cryptozoologist named Michel Ballot ventured into Cameroon hoping to find some existence of yet non-discovered aquatic beasts and creatures. Well, I don't know if he found exactly what he was looking for, but he found something else quite interesting. In 2 different areas, he found wooden carvings of the Emela Ntouka. I'll make sure to post some of these pictures on social media, and they're really, really interesting. One of the reasons that they're interesting is both of them were carved with little floppy ears, which to that point wasn't something generally associated with the Emela Ntouka. So, we're not entirely sure what this creature is, what it definitively looks like, or even if it exists. But we do know that the locals throughout Central and West Africa have seen something that like they call the killer of the elephants, or the elephant killer, whatever, kills things. As usual, what do you think it is? Is this some sort of new species of rhino, or maybe a dinosaur that somehow survived through some fairly rough times? Perhaps it's a story that revolves around a plain old rhinoceros. You know, a villager sees this thing in the woods and it gets scared and it makes something up and wants to keep your kids in the village. I mean, who really knows what it is, right? We really don't know exactly, but again, it's amazing to try and wonder and explore what it might be. It's a fun game to play. Imagine that you were in the Congo and every day you got to discover something new and unbelievable. I mean, like I said, it's a really fun game to play, and I really enjoy playing this with my kids from time to time. We talk about what they might think. I mean, honestly, the little ones generally get terrified, and the older ones stare at me like I'm insane, but I absolutely love it. Also, a quick note which you may have noticed at this point, we're moving the release date from Tuesdays back a whole day to Wednesday. So on Twitter, I mentioned that I may have adopted a bunch of kids. And when I said that, I was very, very serious. So especially with the nice weather coming, earlier in the week, there's a ton of stuff happening with them. And later in the week, it's very much the same. You know, Barry can only drive the minivan so many times, and the missus really didn't appreciate the little chauffeur's hat that I bought for her. Yeah, I thought it was adorable, and I like to wear it, and Barry likes to wear it. I mean, usually he just wears it around, but, I mean, whatever. But we'll still be doing weekly shows, but we're going to move that day to Wednesday. So next Wednesday, we will be back with a brand new episode that may or may not tie into St. Patrick's Day. Spoiler, it will. Whoa, who said that? That's weird. Well, when I say tie-in, though, it'll probably be Irish. Not like St. Patrick. It'll be something, right? You know, I bet I could convince Barry to do it on Leprechaun in the Hood or Leprechaun in Space or one of those things. But you know what? I mean, those movies really confuse him. Ugh, anyway, I'm rambling now. Just see what happens when Barry comes home. It's contagious. But finally, I did want to thank all of you so much for the continuous support here on the Monsters and Friends podcast. It's always great to see the interactions on the social media mediums, and again, you people are fantastic. As always, though, the best way to help out, aside from sending me blank checks, of course, is to make sure that you rate and review our podcast on iTunes and on Stitcher. Also, always make sure to subscribe so that a new episode, quote-unquote, drops, as my 14-year-old says, you're on top of it. I'm pretty sure I said that back in the day, too, so whatever. You can also talk to us on social media. If you're on Twitter, go ahead and give us a follow at MNFPod, unless you're the sheep squatch. Like, I get it, dude. You're so weird. Check us out on Instagram, too, at Monsters and Friends, or on Facebook at facebook.com/Monsters and Friends. And I know everyone's jumping off the Facebook bandwagon because Mark Zuckerberg's weird, but hey, be our friend. It's fun. We like you. Or you can always feel free to head on over to the website at monstersandfriends.wordpress.com, and there you can check out our different social media pages. You can find out where to download episodes, and of course there will be some bonus content for all you lovely people. Plus there's a Patreon, so you can send us a few bucks if you want to sponsor it. But I'd rather you just listen and love the show. I mean, you know what? I know that's the worst sales pitch ever, but it's late and I'm rambling. And you're all amazing no matter what you're doing to support the show. Keep it up. I wanted to thank you all so much for visiting the cabin this week. And keep believing, and we will chat again real soon.